Good morning, friends. Happy Monday. I have a fun book for us to read today. It's called The Most Magnificent Thing. The author and illustrator is Ashley Spires. She drew the pictures and she wrote the words. And this book is about a little girl and her dog, and they are going to try to build something together. The Most Magnificent Thing. This is a regular girl and her best friend in the whole wide world. They do all kinds of things together. They race, they eat, they explore, they relax. She makes things. He unmakes things. One day the girl has a wonderful idea. She is going to make the most magnificent thing. She knows just how it will look. She knows just how it will work. All she has to do is make it, and she makes things all the time. Easy peasy. First, she hires an assistant, her dog. Next, they gather their supplies. They set up somewhere out of the way and get to work. They're not actually out of the way, are they? They're right in the middle of the sidewalk. The girl tinkers and hammers and measures, while her assistant pounces and growls and chews. When she is finished, she steps back to admire her work. She walks around one side. Her assistant examines the other side. It doesn't look right. Her assistant picks it up and gives it a shake. It doesn't feel right either. They are shocked to discover that the thing isn't magnificent or good. It isn't even kinda sorta okay. It is all wrong. The girl tosses it aside and gives it another go. That's a good thing. If you don't get it right the first time, try again. She smooths and wrenches and fiddles. Her assistant circles and tugs and wags. When she is finished, she stands up and takes a long look at it. Her assistant gives it a nudge with his paw. The thing is still wrong. She decides to try again. Oh, she's starting to look a little grumpy. Maybe she's getting frustrated. The girl saws and glues and adjusts. She stands and examines and stares. She twists and tweaks and fastens. She fixes and straightens and studies. She tries all different ways to make it better. She makes it square. She makes it round. She gives it legs. She adds antennae. She makes it fuzzy. She makes it long, short, rough, smooth, big, small. One even smells of stinky cheese. But none of them are magnificent. Her hard work attracts a few admirers, but they don't understand. They can't see the magnificent thing she has in her mind. She gets mad. Oh, she's tried a lot and she is not getting it. Now she's mad. The angrier she gets, the faster she works. She smashes pieces into shapes. She jams parts together. She pummels the little bits in. Her hands feel too big to work and her brain is too full of all the not right things. If only the thing would just work. Ooh, she's really mad now. Crunch! Oh no. She got so mad she wasn't being careful, and now she pinched herself. The pain starts in her finger, it rushes up to her brain, and she explodes. It is not her finest moment. I'm no good at this. I quit. Her assistant suggests a walk. He thinks it's time to take a break. It's not much help at first. She's still looking really down. But then they meet another dog and they start to play. She's kind of smiling. But before long, she starts to feel different. Bit by bit, the mad gets pushed out of her head. So she took a nice break. She walked away from the thing that was making her mad until she felt better. As they stroll along, she comes across the first thing she made. The bad feelings are about to start all over again. Then she notices something surprising. there are some parts of the wrong things that are really quite right. The bolts on one, the shape of another, the wheel to seat ratio of the next. There are all sorts of parts that she likes. By the time she reaches the end of the trail, she finally knows how to make the thing magnificent. She gets to work. She works carefully and slowly, tinkering, hammering, twisting, fiddling, gluing, painting. Her assistant makes sure there are no distractions. He's chasing away the squirrel. Meanwhile, people have come to look at her old things. This guy says, "That's the perfect thing to ward off those bears." And she says, "This will stop that leak." The little boy says, "This one's all wet." The afternoon fades into evening. Finally, she finishes. She alerts her assistant. She's got her magnificent thing. The pair take a good long look. It leans a little to the left and it's a bit heavier than expected. The color could use a bit of work too. But it's just what she wanted. They climb aboard and take it for a spin. They are not disappointed. It is the most magnificent thing. She made a little sidecar for her scooter so they could ride together. When she first started her project, it wasn't going very well and she got really frustrated and mad, and then it got much worse. Once she took a break and cooled down and stopped being mad, she was able to go back and finish her project. And I think that's something we all need to remember. If you're feeling bad, take a break. You'll feel better. I'll see you guys tomorrow.